Greetings fellow simmer and welcome to more sexy 4K eye candy action with me GripperSim. This week we're in Moderna Airport in Portugal with the AirBus A330 Neo. Yes, you heard me right, the AirBus A330. So it's actually been around for quite a while in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but due to recent updates with it, I've decided to showcase this aircraft, which is also free. It's based off the fly-by-wire Airbus, okay? So it's a work in progress, I believe. I haven't had a detailed look at it at all. So I thought I'd simply fly from Moderna to Gran Canaria, which of course isn't a real-world route, as we all know that, but, you know, I think I'm landing in a very short aircraft, runway, should I say. A very short runway for this type of aircraft. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yes, I'm going to fly to Gran Canaria. Let's have a look at a comparison between the Airbus A320 and the A330. It is quite a difference, as you can see. Wow, it's quite big. As the Airbus A330 is quite a bit taller from the ground that I'm used to in the Airbus A320. Stick around and you'll see how my landing worked out. The native Airbus A330-900 Neo is freeware and has been reworked from the ground up by Headwind on flightsim.to, link in the description after the show. It has received 4.4 stars out of 5, and with 29,800 downloads so far, you can't really go wrong. It has a complete integration from the fly-by-wire Airbus A320 NX virtual cockpit and other things, but you don't need to have the fly-by-wire mod for this aircraft download. It has no passenger interior as yet, as this is a work in progress, but it does have a brand new exterior model including 3D animations, wing flex, gear, flaps, with all the Microsoft Flight Simulator effects including the engine heat, the contrails, which actually we'll see later, lights, the rain effect, dust effects, new flight dynamics as well, 4K textures with PBR, and it has added A330 specific features. All systems are integrated with the Microsoft SDK as you would expect, and it has 8 liveries. This is the cockpit. As I said, it's based off the fly-by-wire Airbus A320, isn't it? So a lot of it's the same. The only difference is here, the controls are different here. Now, I have to admit to you, or I have to say, the Airbuses are very similar. Okay, there's no landing lights here. There's one here. There we go. So it's very much based on, all Airbuses are pretty much the same. And the reason they do that, which is very clever, is let's say if you had a fleet of, I don't know, 100 airplanes. If you have 737s and then Airbuses, you're going to have 2 different types of crews, and you're going to have to train them separately. That means you have to have separate simulators and training facilities and separate instructors, and very expensive to have 2 different aircraft in your fleet, I'd imagine. So you got to choose one. But with Airbus, the very clever thing is, they're all the cockpits are as much identical as possible, so you don't have to spend an awful lot of money retraining pilots to upgrade to the bigger aircraft and so on and so forth. So Airbus do have that thing where it's continuity, isn't it? As this flight, I actually recorded the entire flight for this review with Flight Recorder, but as you can see here, I'm flying to the checklist. I'm not going to bore you with that today because I'm going to do that in the live streams during the week, but I have to say, when I went through everything, if you know the Airbus A320, you know this Airbus A330. They're very, very similar, they're identical, and that's the ethos of Airbus, isn't it, to keep everything the same. Let's reverse our aircraft out to the right side. Let's go. I haven't got any fancy stuff here for it yet, but let's go to ground services. Let's go to... No. Ground surfaces. Let's tune to ground. Push back, please. Yeah. Let's just hit on the reverses, shall we? And let's not worry about that too much. What a pity. Power. Oh, we need the brakes off. That would help. Remember to take the power back to climb, otherwise nothing will happen. Okay, so 50%. That's all stable. All the way forward, nice and gently. Full power. Very short runway. We're going. I'll take a nice turn to the right, up to 5,000 feet. There's the others. Good. Airspeed's alive. We're passing 80 knots now. All good. 100 knots. Ooh, waiting for my V1 here. V1 is very far away, it seems like, at the moment. V1's coming up. Stay on the center line. V1's 160. I think. V1. Oh god, it's not marked here. It's not marked. Okay, rotating. Oh. Gear up. Let's use the lever. Gear's coming up, 15 degrees. No more than 15. I can remember it self-trims, doesn't it? I would like some more lights, folks. We're good. 15 degrees. Let's keep climbing. Full power up to 1,500 feet, I think someone told me. We'll take a nice gentle turn to the right and intercept our nav. 15 degrees, not 16, Gripper. I'm looking here. This is where my eyes are. We're off above 1,500 feet, coming back to the climb detent. The wing flex is nice and subtle, and it looks very realistic to me. It looks absolutely fantastic. Also, I noticed in the flight model, the bigger the aircraft, the more momentum, and the flight model certainly shows this with the A330. Turning is slower, meaning any control input requires more deflection of the control surfaces to get the same results as the Airbus A320, for example. We're going to do our approach next. Now, pay attention, because remember I said we're sitting a lot higher in the cockpit, and we'll see, we'll tell you what happens, why. I have excuses for my landing. I have excuses. So, GripperSim, eye candy, go! have a look at my dodgy approach. All pretty much the same. You're down. Let's get that shot. Why are the wheels slanted like that, folks? Does anyone know why? Anybody? Okay, let's try and fix this. Oh, okay, maybe not too bad, not too bad. Let's get down at 800 feet a minute. 8.6 miles to go. Now we're on it. Get on it. A little bit too high. For those of you who've just joined me, you're probably wondering what we're looking at. This is my glide slope. This is my localizer. I can't explain it next. I'm going to concentrate. The speed's too high. It's close to a bit. Very sensitive about the throttles, and it messes everything up. I'm going too fast. Folks, you know? Okay, it's a little bit high. A little bit fast. I should have the auto brakes on, folks. Put it on medium. A little bit high, that's fine. You see, the minute you go visual, then you notice you screw it up. Do you know? You screw it up and you go visual. It's giving out them too low. I don't know why that is. Gears down. I've got 3 greens. Now, as I'm recording this, we'll be able to review the landing. Come on. It takes a lot of time to respond. 140 should be okay, I think. Driving on. Yeah, see, it's not like the smaller jets, folks. Okay, let's get on the center line and make this a smooth landing. Oh, that didn't sound smooth at all. It's more like Ryanair landing. Let the nose wheel go down. There's the nose wheel, reverse thrust, bit of braking. The reason the gear is slanted like that is simply for storage in the fuselage of the aircraft, and the reason I landed hard because I'm sitting another 10 feet higher. The Milviz ATR will be coming out soon. I'm looking forward to having a look at that, and I'll be right on top of that as soon as possible. In the meantime, I will see you at 2100 hours Irish UK time for our Crazy Madness stream and the North European server. Yes.